Once upon a time, a devil made a mirror. This mirror was cursed to reflect good and beautiful things in an inconspicuous way, but ugly and useless things. One day, the devil's mirror broke and scattered all over the earth. Those who got the pieces of the mirror in their eyes started to see only bad things, and those who got the pieces in their hearts became cold as ice. The devil was overjoyed when he heard this. In a big town, there were two poor boys and girls named Kai and Gerda. They were close like siblings. But in the winter, they heard a story about the Snow Queen, who made it snow from their grandmother, and that night Kai saw the Snow Queen. Her body was made of ice, she was wearing a thin, sparkling, snow-white dress, and her eyes were sparkling. Kai and Gerda each had a rose tree in their house, which bloomed beautifully in the summer, and Gerda learned a song about roses and taught it to Kai. Immediately afterwards, pieces of the devil's mirror entered Kai's eyes and heart, and he suddenly became a completely different person, violent and cold. "Kai, what's wrong?" Gerda asked, but he replied, "Shut up, I hate you." And so Kai left the house, where he met the Snow Queen. The queen took Kai to the Snow Queen's castle. In the castle, Kai forgot everything that had happened up until that point. Gerda set out on a journey to look for the missing Kai. Then, in the forest, she met a crow and asked it if it knew Kai. "I think the prince in the castle is Kai. But he is going to marry the princess. I'll take you to the castle." So Gerda was led into the castle by the crow, and entered the prince and princess's bedroom. But the prince looked like Kai in the nape of his neck, but he was not Kai. The castle people felt sorry for Gerda and encouraged her to stay, but Gerda said she would go and look for Kai. So the castle people gave her a carriage, a horse, boots, and a muff to keep her hands warm. Then, while Gerda was riding in the carriage through the forest, she was caught by bandits. When they realized she had no money, they tried to kill her. But the bandits' little daughter appeared and said, "Wait a minute. This boy will be my playmate, so don't kill him." So Gerda was saved. The girl was violent and stubborn because of her upbringing, but she was attracted to Gerda and listened seriously to her past, and decided to help Gerda escape. The pigeons and reindeer at the bandits' place knew where Kai was. "That boy is in the Snow Queen's castle. The castle is further north from here." The bandit's daughter decided to have the reindeer take Gerda to the Snow Queen. "Thank you. I'll definitely find Kai. Next time, you two will come back together," and took her to the edge of the Snow Queen's garden. Then, the reindeer carrying Gerda was instructed by the Lap and Finnish woman. On the way, Gerda forgot her boots and gloves. But when she recited the Lord's Prayer, an angel appeared and warmed Gerda, so she didn't feel cold. The Snow Queen was away in a warm country, so she sneaked into the castle and found Kai, but when she finally met him, his body was cold and he didn't move at all. "Kai, it's me. Gerda. I missed you." Gerda hugged Kai and cried, and her hot tears fell on Kai's heart, melting the shards of the devil's mirror, and Kai came to his senses. Gerda sang the song of the rose, and Kai began to cry when he heard it and washed the shards of the devil's mirror out of his eyes. "Oh, it's Gerda. What have I been doing all this time? Kai, let's hurry up and go home." The two of them left the Snow Queen's castle and went home. On the way back, the people Gerda had met welcomed them back and were happy to see them again.